Hey everybody, welcome to my kitchen. I bet you've already guessed what we are going to make today. I have on my pineapple blouse this morning and I have my pineapple dishcloths on my oven that I'm going to be using today. And yes, you're right, we're going to be making a pineapple au gratin, or some people might call it a pineapple casserole. Casseroles are really popular in the South. It's just a good old Southern dish to prepare for your family, or if you're going to take it off to an event or an activity or an outing, if you're going to take it to church or to work or to a neighbor. A good casserole is a good thing to make. This one is simple, and I'm going to tell you what we're going to put in it, and then we're going to make it together. So for this pineapple au gratin, I'm using 2 cans of pineapple chunks, and these are 20-ounce cans, and we're going to drain the juice off of those and preserve the juice and use it later in something else that I'll be making. I'm going to use a cup of white granulated sugar. To that, I'm going to be using or adding 6 tablespoons of sifted plain flour. Plain flour is the same as all-purpose flour. 1 stick of butter and 2 cups of grated cheese. And I'm using sharp cheddar cheese today in our au gratin. And then we're going to top it with 1 sleeve of Ritz crackers, which is just a fraction over a cup. So let's get busy. Let me drain these pineapple chunks, and then we're going to get started and make this pineapple au gratin. I have preheated our oven to 350 degrees, and I have buttered this baking dish that I'm going to use today. This is an 8 by 11 baking dish, and I softened some butter and I have buttered it, and it's ready to go once we get our pineapple au gratin mixed up. So let's get started. Remember, we started with 2 cans of chunk pineapple. This was 2 20-ounce cans of pineapple chunks. To that, I'm going to add 1 cup of white granulated sugar. To that, I'm going to add 6 tablespoons of plain flour. Remember, plain flour is all-purpose flour. So 6 tablespoons of plain flour. I'm going to mix that around. And I'll use a spatula so that I don't make so much noise. I know that really bothers some people, so I'm just going to use a spatula. And that little pineapple had a piece of the peeling left on it, so I'm just going to remove that. Anytime you see that in your food, which can happen when you have canned foods, then you just remove that. So I'm just mixing this around, the sugar and the flour with the chunk pineapple. Now I'm going to add 1 stick, which is 1/2 cup of melted butter. And mix that around. This is going to be so delicious. I don't know if I don't remember if I told you or not, but I did drain the pineapple. So we used 2 cans of chunk pineapple, 20-ounce cans, and I did drain the pineapple. So now we have our pineapple, we have our sugar, we have our flour, and our butter. To that, we're going to add 2 cups of grated cheese. Just going to mix that around. I grated my cheese with a little hand grater that I have. I'd love to grate my own cheese. It is so much better than the pre-grated. Now, if you don't have time and you already have the pre-grated and that comes in the little packages, of course you can use that. But I find that the taste and it's just so much better if you grate your own. So there we have it. We have it mixed up and it's so pretty. The dark yellow of the cheese and the light yellow of the pineapple. And it's ready to go in our baking dish. So let's transfer it over. Okay, I'm going to put this right here so hopefully you can see it. And I'm just going to pour this into the baking dish. Going to spread it out evenly. This is going to be so good. Pineapple au gratin is just wonderful to take off when you go to a covered dish supper or luncheon or dinner, and it's also wonderful to serve around Easter time with your ham and your other casseroles and your dishes. So keep that in mind as the Easter season approaches. So now we're going to top it with our Ritz crackers. And this was 1 cup, which was 1 sleeve. It's just a fraction over a cup actually. So I'm just going to pour this around. And then I'm going to take my spoon and I'm going to evenly distribute it on top of the pineapple au gratin mixture. And there you have it. How simple is that? It's ready to go in the oven. I'm going to put it in the oven, cook it, bake it for about 30 minutes. I'll check it. If it needs to be baked a little bit longer, I'll do that. And when it gets done, I'll be back. Okay, our timer has gone off and I am checking our casserole. You can see that it's bubbly around the sides. It's not quite hot enough in the center like I like it, so I'm going to let it cook an additional 10 minutes, and I think then it'll be completely hot through and through. The ingredients were already done, but we just need for the casserole to be hot consistently throughout. So I'll see you in about 10 minutes. Okay, our pineapple au gratin is out of the oven. It's ready to sit here for a little while and cool, and then we're going to enjoy it. Thank you for joining me in my kitchen today. Home with the Halsteads always appreciates the support that you give us, and for following our page, for sharing our videos, for liking our videos. And I hope you have a blessed day, and I'll see you again really soon with another good recipe.